Welcome to Life Happens, where Texans come to protect their legacy and prepare for the second half of life. Join your host, Attorney Kim Hegwood of Your Legacy Legal Care, and our weekly guest as we navigate the challenges that emerge as life happens. Now here's your host, Kim Hegwood.
Good morning and welcome to Life Happens with me, Kim Hegwood, and Vernita. And Vernita spent some time explaining how to pronounce her last name, and then I went brain fog. So Vernita, tell our listeners how to pronounce your last name.
Good morning, Kim, and thank you for having me. It's Vernita Metoyer.
Metoyer, see? All right, we'll get that. And so, I tell most people, I'll remember your telephone number, social, driver's license number way before I can do names. It's my one downfall. So, so I always have to worry about that. But today you have your own company, Metoyer Consulting. And so today we're going to talk about different care options available in Texas. So that's always a good topic for our listeners. And I think that you are going to be very helpful today to kind of talk to clients, our listeners, about the different care options available for someone in their home, because there's a lot of misunderstanding between what is home care, what's companion care, what's home health, all those different things that you're thinking, oh, I'll call this company, but you may not be asking for the right thing. So can you this morning walk us through the differences between those and how someone knows what to ask for?
Sure. I think the best thing to start with is what level of care someone would need. So if it's someone who needs medical care with a nurse supervision, they're going to want either home health care, and that's skilled home health care. And within that entity, they would get a nurse on call 24/7. A nurse visits weekly. The nurse does the initial assessment, working with the doctor's orders of that patient. And then offered to them would be physical therapy, occupational therapy, sometimes a social worker, excuse me, as well as a bath aide to come out into the home and perform the rehab duties that they would normally get maybe at a rehab center. And then another skilled level that you could have within your home would be hospice care. And with hospice care, a lot of people get concerned that, hey, this is the last step. But hospice can come in and make that patient a little more comfortable. Some of the patients that have more severe illnesses and need more hands-on care from a nurse and medication management. They also can assist with any equipment they may need in the home, a wheelchair, a hospital bed, things of that nature. And then another skilled level is palliative care. Is very similar to hospice care, but palliative care is just a comfort care. So those who need someone to come out, you still get a nurse to come out weekly, but you also have more of the not physical therapy, but more like a bath aide and someone to just also as a caregiver to come out with them for a few hours a day.
So let's go back real quick before I forget. Sure. The difference between home care and companion care.
And then I was going to say, so home care would be, you're at a level of home care when you have caregivers that come into the home, and those caregivers can help with any personal care. So helping someone maybe with diaper or pull-up changes. They can help within a shower or a bath, making sure you're supervised and safe, provide safety and fall precautions. But they also can cook for you, do light housekeeping, run errands for you. And that's more of the home care because, they can assist with things in the home that you can't do as well as you used to. And then we have sitter companion care. Sitter companion care in my company also offers that. It's a little more like just a companion. Sometimes we just need someone to talk to, someone to help read a newspaper or a magazine, someone to discuss the news with, just so they can have supervision and someone just literally there with them. But that sitter and companion also could take them to run errands, go to doctor's appointments as well, grocery shopping, or do it for them And sometimes the meals can be taken care of as well.
Yeah, food's always important to me.
Yes.
So, so I always, it's always
Yes.
important to make sure food's good, so
Yes.
and get fed. And so many people want to stay in their homes,
Mhm.
so everything we do, is to try to help them do that. And so, but a lot of times, the cost of staying at home has gotten to be astronomical compared to what it was 15, 20 years ago. I
Yes.
mean, the prices have gone up, so much. And because I tell people, my grandparents were declining between '04 and '06. Minimum wage was 4.25. Can you imagine? I can't even remember that.
Yeah.
And I was paying $8 an hour, and people were flocking. I had all the help I could stand, and then some.
Mhm.
But today the numbers run somewhere between $20 to $25 an hour. So that gets to be very expensive very quickly. And so, what other resources are there available to help someone, stay in their home, and that can kind of help maybe defray some of the cost of other things?
Yes. So at that point, as that client is deciding to age in place and to get things set up at home, they want to definitely have a family plan. So have the family get together, and maybe the family can help with some of that. Some of our clients have, multiple children, children that may be able to assist. Otherwise, if anyone has long-term care insurance within a licensed caregiving agency, a long-term care insurance policy can assist with in-home care. So that's something to definitely look into. I've had some clients who didn't even know they had it, but they worked these wonderful jobs like firemen or teachers in the past, and they actually signed up for long-term care insurance. So that's one way to help supplement some of the charges. As well as our veterans. Our veterans have an aid in attendance program, and they do get a stipend monthly to help with home care as well. So it's definitely some resources out there for those who cannot pay the full amount, and just to get a little help paying the full amount.
And so, for those subscribers that are listening today, I will tell you, for those veterans, first off, thank you for your service. But I definitely want you to know that money's free. You don't pay taxes on it. And so you earned it, you deserve it. So let us know if you need help trying to get it, because I know where to send you. And so I just want to make sure I got that out there. Sorry about that, girl. And because taking care of our veterans is hugely
Yeah,
important, and so we want to make sure they get taken care of as much as possible. And
absolutely.
so with your consulting business, when it's no longer an option to stay at home, do you help them go from home to other options?
Yes, absolutely. So my company is Metoyer Roundtable Consulting. We do specialize also in facility placement, and we have different levels of placement. We have what we call the personal care home, which is basically a smaller assisted living facility. There's usually 5 or 6 individuals, residents within that home, but everything is taken care of. All of their meals, utilities are paid, medication management, transportation to and from doctor's appointments. They have a house manager that helps handle those things. A lot of people like that choice because it's a home setting. It's the next best thing to being within their own home. So we do place several clients within those weekly. We also have assisted living. So in assisted living, one of the larger facilities or communities, they will assist with all of those things as well. You just get a variety of activities and more peer socialization when you are going into an assisted living arrangement in a larger community, which are all over Houston and the surrounding areas. So we do place in those as well. We place within memory care units, and that's more for our Alzheimer's and dementia care clients. The nurse comes out and assesses the client within the home, and they also work from the doctor's orders of that patient or client to see if memory care would be a good option. With memory care, there are more people on duty. Some clients suffer with sundowners, so they would have staff working more so at night. So that's a great option for them. We also have skilled nursing centers, skilled nursing facilities, and that's more so for those patients that need hands-on care, nurses and doctors around a lot. So we do place within those as well. And then we have just regular independent living when our 55 plus seniors are they're tired of mowing the lawn, or they're tired of, waiting on that mailman, and just want to be around their peers and to have more socialization and activities, and just, continue to thrive well with meals. And so, there's supervision there as far as front office staff. So independent living is more like having your own private apartment within one of these larger communities or facilities.
I encourage a lot of my clients to check out independent living, because I have a lot of clients there, and they're having the time of their lives. They're doing
Yeah.
stuff all the time. They're staying active, and the more active you stay, the better health you can be in. So sometimes it's just not good to be at home, when you're not doing anything. And
Yes.
so we always want them to enjoy life and have fun and, do all kind of fun things. And so,
Yes.
and, so Vernita, tell me, you gave a whole lot of options as far as the different things that, that where families can go to depending on the level of care, that they need. And so what other kind of services do you offer? And so that our listeners know just kind of what a good full service, company you have. Can you tell us a little bit more about what else do you do?
Sure. I always consider my agency, my company at all times as a ministry as well. So I do, I have we call them senior fun days. Once a year, my company will host a senior fun day, and we will have our healthcare vendors come out, our pampering vendors come out, and we will provide breakfast and lunch, and the seniors just have a full day, usually like 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. to mingle, to go to each vendor table, find out different resources that those companies provide. We have entertainment like line dancers. And so that's part of my way of giving back to the community. And we do that once a year for now. We want to do it more, but right now it's once a year annually. But also I'm always a resource. So if anyone ever has a question about anything senior related, or anyone that may have be disabled or veteran care, I try to have a list of resources for them as they call in. And that's, of course, free of charge.
And so how does our listeners find you?
They could give me a call directly, 832-427-9347, 832-427-9347. My email is V like Victor, and my last name, Metoyer @yahoo.com, VMETOYER @yahoo.com. Or they can go on our website. We do have a contact page. You can, view the website, navigate through it, and then there's a contact page where you can fill out a contact form, and we will get back with you with any specific questions. And that's www.metoyerroundtableconsulting.net, METOYERROUNDTABLECONSULTING.net.
And so when we changed our name this year, our name got to be really long,
Yes.
but we really wanted something that really truly reflected what we were doing these days and how much we were doing for clients. And so I can appreciate the lengthiness, to get everything out there. And so,
Yes.
Vernita, I just want to thank you so much for being on the show today. I'd love to be able to give good information to our subscribers and our listeners, that happen to be, listening to all the different shows that we do. And so thank you so much. And we look forward to having you on the show again soon.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Life Happens with Kim Hegwood. Be sure to tune in every Thursday at 10 a.m.